This week we're hunting in 2 states, Tennessee and Hawaii. And the show starts right now.
I remember crystal clear my first hunt with Dad, chasing my first big buck mule deer with bright orange vest and old wool cap, hiking on tired legs, rifle slung across my back. There's one memory that still stands out above the rest, when Daddy looked me in the eyes and said, "Shoot straight, son, I know you can. I pray God will guide your hand. When your big chance comes around, push away all fear and doubt. Take aim, have faith, shoot straight."
Pretty nice safe.
It is.
We like shopping at Cabela's.
Absolutely. That's my kind of shopping.
Exactly. This week we're actually going to hit 2 states. First of all, we're headed down south to Tennessee. Walker's in pursuit of a big old Tennessee gobbler.
Then we have a special guest, our good buddy Jeff Johnston. He's an outdoor writer, and we're taking him all the way to Hawaii in pursuit of axis deer.
Oh, which is some delicious deer. Oh, it tastes good. So I tell you what, we're going to stop talking, show you the great hunts. We're going to head out and get some more gear while we're here at Cabela's.
This is one exciting trip.
While walking in with very little light, they spotted the gobbler up in the treetops. Our good friend Ted Bratcher is putting that nightingale game call to use and is sweet talking that bird. Wyatt's along on Walker's hunt, and he's set up real quiet, hoping to get some footage with his contour camera. That smart old bird came in way to Walker's left. He is going to have to turn to get a shot on this one.
Shoot Straight is brought to you by Cabela's, CVA, Power Belt, Buck Knives, Conus Optics, Real Tree Camouflage, Night and Hail Game Calls, Ratchet Straps USA, Bitterroot Tool and Machine, Hodgdon Powder, Browning.
Fish on! Come on, get together.
Good job.
Yeah, right.
Acura MR Mountain Rifle, already guaranteed to be the most accurate muzzleloader you've ever shot. And now with a nitrile treated barrel that's guaranteed against rust, inside and out. CVA, it's just a better gun.
These are our Powerbelt Platinum bullets, designed especially for Magnum Charge. Platinums provide optimal on-game performance at higher velocities, making them the perfect choice for shooters who use a Magnum Charge. Powerbelt, America's #1 muzzleloading bullet.
This is a family legacy, so making sure that this company continues at the level of an American icon. It's more than just products. It is a heartfelt desire to inspire confidence in people so that if they're out on an adventure in everyday life, they've got a trusted companion that they can depend on. When there's a family name behind it, you just got to pay attention.
Cutting-edge technology, Conus has done it again.
The new M30 series is recommended by the National Tactical Officers Association.
They gave Conus perfect scores in performance, quality, and accuracy.
Designed for hunters and tactical shooters with a built-in level bubble for accurate long-range shooting.
All scopes have an engraved reticle system providing durability with that famous lifetime replacement warranty.
Ask your dealer for the Conus Pro M30s.
And shoot like a pro.
Conus,
what's your game?
Now it's time for this week's Straight Talk Tip of the Week.
When you're hunting turkeys, the best way to get them in is to call them, but you got to use the right call at the right time. Today we're going to talk about slate calls, and this particular call is a call that is red hot right now. It's called the Scarlet Fever by Night and Hail. Now let's talk about using this call. The first thing you want to do is you want to scratch the surface up on this call. What I'll do is I'll take a piece of sandpaper like this, and I'm going to go back and forth on that to scratch that surface up. First off, that'll get any oils that might be on your hands off of the surface. Next thing, it makes it so you're going to get a little more friction because it's a friction call. So how do you make turkey sounds on this? Well, this is called your striker. You put that right there. I like to hold it like this. I hold my hand like this so I have a sound chamber, and then I take my thumb and my middle finger. I make sure I have a good grip on it. Then I take my palm and I put it right up against this call. To make yelps, I keep this striker on the surface. I'm not lifting it off every time, and I make oval shapes. If I want to purr, I go to the middle, and now I'm going to use my index finger, my thumb. I'm going to drag this down. Again, keeping the striker on the surface. I want to do a cluck or a putt, I put a little more pressure on. You want to do a fight and purr, just go back and forth. Make a V shape in it. I love this call because I can do what you call finesse calling. If I've got call shy birds, I can really tone it down. I'll take my finger, put it right underneath it. And I'll also use that for tree yelps early in the morning. Try out this new Night and Hail Scarlet Fever turkey call, and you'll be eating more turkey for dinner, I promise you. And that's your Straight Talk Tip of the Week. Walker, that was incredible.
That was awesome.
Thank you, Mr. Ted.
Thank you.
What an exciting hunt. Wyatt, you were right there. Yeah. He was using the contour camera and video in another angle. You've been scouting this bird. You knew he was strutting here out in this field during the day. Yeah. So we moved in, and this is something to remember. When you're walking in, always look in the trees. And as we started moving in, all of a sudden we saw that fan go up. He was strutting in the tree. It was still dark.
Yeah.
And so we just sat down. We were 33 yards from the tree. Now, when you're turkey hunting, you never know what's going to happen.
Nope.
And when you were calling, he was gobbling. We're sitting there 20 minutes watching him. Was your heart about ready to just explode? It was so crazy. I know, I was watching you. I was getting excited. They pitched down. They started going to the left. And then there was a Jake in front of us. And they said, Walker, you're going to have to turn. And so I had to take the camera and get it right in between two tree limbs. You swung on him and boom, you hammered him. That was
I was
awesome.
afraid he was going to get by us there. It was close. I mean, if he hadn't swung on him, he might have got by us.
Yeah.
But Henrietta there, she done her number.
Yeah, having that decoy, that stuff for decoy, that's awesome. Now, the gun you were using, the CVA Apex 12 gauge, and you had the Conus atomic sight on it. It's a real tree camo. I tell you what, we blended in and we were concealed this morning. This was awesome. Now, we always thank the Lord when we get a harvest like this, and this is a beautiful longbeard. So Walker, why don't you thank the Lord for this bird you took this morning?
Dear Lord, thank you for letting me be able to go out and hunt, and thank you for letting me get such a nice bird, and thank you for this day. Amen.
Amen. Whew, this is going to be a good eating bird right here, I tell you what. Well, Walker, that was one exciting turkey hunt down in Tennessee.
It sure was. It was quick, but no complaints on my part. What was really neat is I got a triple beard that we found out later.
Yeah, when we took that bird to the taxidermist, I just thought it was a paintbrush. It was so thick, but there was 3 beards there, so that's incredible. Now, one thing that I like to do, and Marcia likes to do, is hunt with our family. And one opportunity we get once in a while is to surround our boys with other experts in the industry. This week we have our good friend Jeff Johnston. He's an outdoor writer from Oklahoma. Now, you've spent some time with Jeff before, haven't you?
Sure have. But it didn't take too much on twisting his arm this time because we're going to Hawaii.
Yeah. I said, hey, Jeff, pack your bags. Let's go to Hawaii. We're going after axis deer. We're going with Pat Fisher of Hawaii Safaris. Now, we've been over there several times. Pat does a fantastic job, not only for axis deer, Rio Grande turkeys, black Hawaiian sheep, Spanish goats, upland birds, and so much more. He does a fantastic job on several of the islands in Hawaii. So let's take off and head to Hawaii. Aloha!
The Shoot Straight Team's Schearer family has been hunting with Pat Fisher for several years and always successful. Walker and Wyatt enjoyed their hunt with Pat just a year ago, getting their axis deer. Now we're ready to see what Jeff Johnston can do in pursuit of his first Hawaii deer.
You bought me my first bow and taught me how to shoot. You took me outdoors and showed me what to look for. We celebrated together when we finally got it done.
I've never seen a turkey up close.
I will cherish the time I spent alone with my dad, my hero, my friend. And when it's time for me to go on my own, I know I'll be ready. Thanks, Dad.
My name is Ashley J with another legendary hunting tip from Night and Hail.
When you see a deer that's out of range, make sure to time your call based on wind direction. Deer approach sound from downwind, so holding off on your call until he's in front of you will force him to cut back towards you instead of around where he will catch your scent.
A legendary hunt starts with a legendary call. Night and Hail Game Calls.
Bitterroot Tool & Machine is a full-service precision CNC machine shop,
Specializing in design to production.
serving the aerospace, mining, munitions, and firearms industry.
Also home of the Grainmaker. They specialize in custom reloading machines.
Specialty services include engineering, stamping, tool and die, machining, grinding, powder coating, and parts assembly.
Bitterroot Tool & Machine, where their motto is, do right by the customer.
Whatever hell you hunt in. Browning's rugged, all conditions Hell's Canyon technical clothing has everything you need to get there and back. Browning Hell's Canyon. See you there.
Pat Fisher guided Jeff in nice and slow to close the distance for a shot. However, those access deer just didn't give him quite enough time. Our good friend Jeff Johnston did a great job on his stalk, but just not able to get a shot off before those bucks were out of there.
It was a great morning, exciting morning. We're getting some cloud cover now, so what do you think we should do next?
We'll get up on some high knobs and glass near the edge of some of their bedding areas and see what we can do.
With the rut just starting here in Hawaii, there's a chance those bucks will be moving mid-morning.
Give it a whirl.
Go bark some fire at them.
Okay, I'm up for that.
Now let's see if they can get a little closer to another herd of access deer.
Ranged over. Going maybe a little further, but that brush pile right there is 222, and they're just a little further. Yeah, not much. Yeah. Maybe just have to crawl up.
This week on Recipes from the Field, we're doing tropical antelope kebabs. Can't say that 3 or 4 times, that's for sure. You know, sometimes you draw that antelope tag and sometimes you don't. But antelope is one of those great things, my favorite meat. Especially when they've been grazing on those alfalfa fields on the prairies of Montana. But I'm getting hungry thinking about it. We've taken the steaks, the antelope steak chops, whatever part of the meat that you want there, and cut it into strips like kebab pieces. And I put it in some Italian dressing. I recommend leaving it for a few hours in the fridge, maybe at least an hour. You can leave it longer, it's fine, but at least that time. Let it just soak and soak in that seasoning. And then I just dump this out into my bowl here. This is good because wild game meat is very healthy for you, and then you can add your fruits and vegetables to you, so it's a very healthy meal. And then we're going to take our kebabs. I've got mushrooms, tomatoes, green peppers, pineapples. You can put anything that you like for your choice, and just go ahead and make your kebabs. If you have people coming over, it's great to do this because everybody can make their own kebabs. Go ahead and have the grill ready. I have found that that makes better guests because they can eat a little bit faster. Put your pepper on here. I like mushrooms, and put another mushroom. So they can kind of choose what they like. Remember I was saying everybody can make their own like they like? If you notice, this has meat mushroom. That's Wyatt's favorite, so making one special for him. Gotta spoil these boys. Well, we've got everybody's favorite. Gonna go put these kebabs on the grill, then we'll all be ready to dig in. Put those right in, and it won't be long. Took the tropical antelope kebabs off the grill. They're ready to go, and they look good. Tell you what, that's an important thing about having a good processor. We use the Butcher Block here in Great Falls, Montana. Find someone that has a good reputation. It's a good, clean environment, workplace that they have. Butcher Block also does vacuum seal for us. That works great for me. It's just one thing that I like. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and get started on these kebabs. Check out our recipes, like us on Facebook for your next recipe from the field.
Acura V2, already guaranteed to outshoot any other muzzleloader on the planet. And now with a nitride-treated barrel that's guaranteed against rust. Inside and out. CVA, it's just a better gun.
This is the Aerolite, our newest premium power belt bullet. Designed for maximum performance at moderate velocities, they're perfect for standard loads at any distance or magnum loads at long distance. Power Belt, America's #1 muzzleloading bullet.
Many times what the camera sees and what the shooter sees is different. The cameraman doesn't have a very clear shot on this axis deer. However, Jeff Johnston's got the crosshairs and he's getting ready to take a shot.
Anybody have another round? His shoulder is broken. I'm square in the shoulder. Oh, cool. Almost looks like a fallow deer.
Well done.
How do you like this thing, man?
Congratulations, man.
Look at the size of it.
Look at that palmation
Yeah.
on him.
Right off his brow, boy.
That is cool.
What a beautiful axis steer. It was fun filming Jeff today. Man, we started early this morning at 4:30. The wind kept changing. We went into one area, moved out of the area. We're on deer, off deer. Man, it was crazy. And finally, it's time to crawl. And your words was, I'm a pessimist. I don't know about this. And Pat and I were looking at each other. I'm like, never know. And Pat said these words that I always respect in a guide. He said, we don't know unless we try.
That's right.
So we went after this buck. And you were shooting the CVA Apex. This is the first time you've hunted with that gun.
Yep. Single shot with a Bergara barrel. And you know if you get a good scope and a modern rifle, it's gonna go where you put it. But also, got a good rest, and that's what you need out here if the shot's pretty long. It wasn't
Did the job.
Absolutely. But I just feel fortunate, and this thing is beautiful. Like I said.
I tell you what, Pat Fisher, my buddy, Hawaii Safaris. Give him a call. The website's on the bottom of the screen. I can say year after year, I've hunted with him 5 different times and always have had just great hunts, and he always puts us on the animals. And what a great place to bring your family. Got my buddy Jeff here, and hunting together, he's one of the family, let's just face it.
Our family's been in a lot of hunting camps, a lot of places across the world, but the Kaanapali Ali'i is one of our favorite hunting base camps. Great accommodations, excellent staff, and definitely a place we will return.
Shoot Straight is brought to you by Cabela's, CVA, Power Belt, Buck Knives, Conus Optics, Realtree Camouflage, Night and Hail Game Calls, Ratchet Straps USA, Bitterroot Tool and Machine, Hodgdon Powder, Browning. Additional products provided by Roper Apparel, Hyde Drift Boats, Ashley Quarter Horse Ranch, Aaron Payne DDS, The Butcher Block, SKB Cases, Husky Liner, Hatchie Bottom Products, Stampede Products, Camp Chef, Atchison Taxidermy. Closed captioning provided by Butler Bags, the official sleeping bag of Shoot Straight TV.
My first hunt with Dad, chasing my first big buck mule deer, with bright orange vest and old wool cap. Hiking on tired legs, rifle slung across across my back. There's one memory that still stands out above the rest. When Daddy looked me in the eyes and said, "Shoot straight, son, I know you can. I pray God will guide your hand. When your big chance comes around, push away all